right, we're in the Chestnut Hill, the street, which is actually where Hummus for Hummus is located, our Chestnut Hill location. And a super, super popular local place, Binaca, is where we got pizza today. I think you'd probably call that Sicilian for sure. So we've had some success with the Sicilian slice on this quest before. This is a pepperoni Sicilian slice. Let's try it out. If I can get this box to stop closing on me. All right. I mean, first of all, it looks really good. The cheese to sauce ratio is dope. The crust is crispy. I don't know if you could hear that crunch, but it's crunchy. The sauce, I think, is the best we've had so far. The pepperonis being like different sizes, I love. Like, to me, that just like makes it seem super authentic. There's a little bit of heat, like not in a bad way. I don't think someone that's against spicy food would be turned off actually by it, but there's like a little bit of heat on the backside in a really nice way. The sauce is kind of sweet on the finish, and the pepperoni is meaty. I think it's a good slice. This is really herby. I would give this slice a 9.5. Just because, again, that's what we gave Stone, and I would say this is very different, but also like really equal to Stone. This is a delicious slice of pizza. I'm falling in love with Sicilian pizza. Isn't it interesting? Like, imagine if our quest for best, we decide that our favorite slice of pizza in mass is a Sicilian slice. But yeah, so I'm gonna give Binaca and Chestnut Hill a 9.5. I'd say, by the way, I never understand tasting pizza with just one bite. All right, now we're at Frank Pepe. So this is a cool spot just because like I've been to Frank Pepe's in New Haven a ton of times, but I've never been to the Chestnut Hill location. They might do it a little different. They might have a slightly different pie or slightly different quality or something than New Haven. So, like for example, they cut all the slices evenly, so that's different. Anybody who's had a Frank Pepe's pizza knows Frank Pepe's is like cut like kind of wild. Slice looks good. So I mean, I've always said Frank Pepe's is the best pizza in America, but I'm curious what the Chestnut Hill location's like. Little pepperonis, not a lot. Oh no, it's under the cheese. I mean, this is an awesome slice of pizza. It doesn't have any like the burned marks that like New Haven does, but it's really good. The flavor's insane. The pepperoni is really good. The amount of cheese is perfect. I mean, this is a 10. So like, this is our first 10. This is a phenomenal piece of pizza. The crust is amazing. It's thin. The cheese amount is like awesome. The sauce is delicious. Like, it's really like tomato-y. Got that like San Marzano tomato kind of vibe, but it's not just like plain tomato. Like, there's some flavor and seasoning. This is, I think, a perfect slice of pizza. So like, I can't not give this a 10. I have a hard time coming up with something wrong with this piece of pizza. Want a slice of pizza?
Sure.
Take any one you want, bro.
Appreciate it.
No worries. Pretty perfect, right?
Yeah.
It is. Dude, one thing that we're proving is that strangers will take a piece of pizza from a stranger when offered to them. Like, I feel like that's one thing we're proving with this show, is that people will take a slice of pizza from a stranger, and I think that's kind of dope. All right, off to sweet tomatoes?
Yeah.
Let's roll. So this is like a theme for today, is like going to places where I've had the pizza, but not at that location. So Sweet Tomatoes in Newton Center, which is where we're at. Obviously I've passed it a million times, I've never had it. So like, this is like the slices that you get from this place. This is like super New York style right here. It's crispy. Today the theme is also crispy. All three places have been really crispy. Oh. Crispy. Crust is awesome. It's super thin, super, super thin. Pepperoni is awesome. Cheese is awesome. There's a little bit of heat on the back end with the pepperoni, just like there was at Bianca's. It's tough, because like, there's a part of me that wants to give this a 10. It feels like a perfect piece of pizza. I feel weird about never having given a 10 and then giving 2 in the same episode, but like, I gotta give this a 10. Like, I'm gonna give Sweet Tomatoes a 10. It's a perfect piece of pizza. I can't think of a better piece of pizza. Between Frank Pepe's and Sweet Tomatoes, what would I do? I think the sauce at Frank Pepe's is slightly better. Slightly better, but the cook on Sweet Tomatoes is better. I think I'm gonna give the nod to Sweet Tomatoes over Frank Pepe's, believe it or not. It's just so crispy. The sauce is perfect. Has the right amount of cheese. It's just a perfect piece of pizza, like completely perfect. So, Frank Pepe's, I mean, we tried 3 amazing pizzas today. Binaca's was great. Frank Pepe's was obviously amazing, and Sweet Tomatoes was amazing. So, that was a good slice of pizza, dude. All right, I gotta run to the depot.